Hi, welcome to A Wine Aside, the podcast where we are three girls who talk about our love for ponies around a bottle, in this case, 2 bottles of wine.
When did we ever mention ponies?
Last week.
Oh, the guide pony, right.
The episode you were drunk.
Right. I'm always drunk at the end of the episode.
There was the guide pony and there was the dog on the pony.
Right.
So many ponies.
Corgi.
My name's Isa. This is episode 5. To my front, there is Roxy.
Ha!
And to my side, there is Kimmy.
Hey.
That was like a song, like a blah, 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 blah,
Every time
blah.
I speak is a song.
And I can drink this like water.
This beer,
is it
this
good? I
beer?
haven't tried it yet.
Vino Verde. Wait, first cling. Chikling. Yay!
That was very like time, like clang.
No.
We were loving that one. Kim, what is this show brought to you by?
I was not prepared. Hold
Yes,
on.
you were!
I know I was, but then I got
every
not
week she's
prepared.
like, I'm not prepared.
Because her phone goes...
My phone turns off. Okay. Try again. Take 2.
Kim, what is this show brought to you by?
This show is brought to you by having your period on Valentine's Day will be such a pain in the ass. Get it?
Took me a
That's
second.
good. That's good. Me too. We were all like, okay.
Yeah, I will, I guess.
Because of anal? In case I had to spell it out for
I
you.
think you kept it obvious. Okay.
A-N-A-L? Okay.
That's awful.
I know.
Awful.
Ew.
So, guys, to start episode 5, before we go on what?
What?
Never mind.
Comic-Con.
That was something else that I wanted to mention. Never mind. So before we go to ketchup time,
Yep.
I wanted to do a special announcement. Something that I've noticed, and I was like so happy about it that I almost cried, honestly.
Oh my God.
Cried.
Yeah, I was very happy about it. We have not 1, not 2, but 3 comments on iTunes reviews.
No! Oh my God.
Yeah.
Already so early in the game.
I know. And iTunes, it's so stupid because it doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't tell me how many people are listening to the show. It doesn't tell me who comments when. It just randomly, I go on the page because I'm fixing a link or something. And then I see that we have reviews and I'm like, what the fuck?
I keep actually meaning to go look for like comments and stuff like that. And for some reason, I keep forgetting about iTunes.
Are they good?
They're good.
Oh,
yeah.
it's going to say they're not bad reviews, right?
I wouldn't mention them. I'd be like, there's only 2. Did you? Okay. Honestly, there's 4, but one of them is me. So don't worry about it.
You reviewed your own podcast? That's like liking. It's like liking your own post on Facebook. That drives me nuts when people like their own post on Facebook.
Why do they do that?
You already posted it. We know you like it. Like, that drives me bananas. Okay.
What did you say?
Like on my own podcast?
Yeah.
I don't have it here, but I said, these girls are hilarious, always drinking, always laughing. This review counts, right? Even though I'm on the podcast.
Okay, it's cute.
It's like
You're making a
clearly,
joke.
yeah,
It's cool.
It's clearly
cool.
me,
That's
and
cute.
like it's my name as the reviewer, so it's like okay. No, but we have 3. We have 3, including one from Munchkin142, which is a loyal listener, and we love you already. Says 3 episodes in, and I keep wanting more. They just keep getting better and better. I cannot stop talking about this podcast to my coworkers and friends. I look like a crazy person walking on the street, laughing to myself when listening to this podcast.
I love that.
Me too. I ditto.
What I should be doing is grabbing a bottle of wine and indulging in the conversation with my roommate or cat. Trust me, you'll wish you were in the same room with Isa, Kim, and Roxy so you could chime in on the fun too. Download this podcast now.
We
So
need her on the
nice.
show.
So nice. I think she's in Toronto, this chick.
Well, if ever you're in Montreal, let us know and
Yeah.
you can come on the podcast.
But spread the love in Toronto.
Yeah.
The other one is from and 7998, which says, the show is great. I love their banter. Hearing their laughter makes me smile.
Oh, you know what I was thinking? Because when I listen to the podcast, especially near like the second half, because we're
That's
drunk
the
and we're
funniest
giggling
one.
at everything, I piss myself laughing. Like I think it's super funny. But I'm trying to is it because I'm here or do other people think it's as funny? Because
know, right?
I die when I listen to it.
I have to agree with you that I don't know if it's like, do I laugh because I think what I said was funny? And like, oh, that's a good one. Or am I genuinely thinking it's funny? It's weird.
Right.
Well, apparently this person, I don't know if it's a guy or a girl, says that hearing us laugh makes them smile.
And that makes me smile.
Yeah. And then finally, Jamie99835, and these numbers, says, reminds me of me and my girls drinking wine and talking about anything that comes up. I just found this podcast today and I have gotten through the first 5 episodes in one day.
We have 5 episodes?
Well, the pilot.
What year is she from?
Where?
Future.
Oh,
5 episodes. I was acting like she was from the future.
Okay.
No one got that. All right.
Okay.
We can edit that out.
alert.
I thought it was like anyway, forget it.
All right.
Ketchup time.
Yeah.
You're looking at me? Is it?
Wow, whoever wants to start.
Every time you say that, I'm like, okay, I guess I'll go first because she's going to say it, not me. And I'm like, okay.
I don't mind going first, actually, because I have something to say on the topic of the name personal ketchup,
Okay, go.
Oh, okay.
which isn't my actual personal ketchup, but I just thought it was funny because it just happened on the way here.
Sure, go.
So on the way here, my daughter was asking like the segments we do for the podcast. So I was telling them like personal ketchup.
Your
Does she
10-year-old?
listen?
I hope she doesn't listen.
No, that's what she doesn't. That's why she's asking what we talk about.
Okay, good.
'Cause I was saying,
Sex, poop,
right. Well, I
Anal.
told her all about it.
That's the Valentine's Day episode.
Researching the wine on the way here. So we got into the topic of whose roles are what. When I spoke with the personal ketchup, she's like, oh, is that where you guys talk about your favorite ketchups?
Do you imagine?
I don't even like ketchup.
I don't know. I mean, either. But how many ketchups would there have to be?
Well,
like
there's-
one episode that's you're done.
There's like Heinz.
Right.
Well, no, because
Heinz. I heard Kinds. There's like Kinds. I'm like, yeah.
no, but then you also have all those homemade ketchups, and then we
Right.
could do like a call out to all those mamas at home that make their own ketchup and that have like
Frenchies
the
also.
best
Because-
recipes.
Yeah.
Ketchup isn't just what we know as ketchup. Ketchup, actually, what we know as ketchup isn't really even ketchup. I don't think there's like, I think
it's just
somewhere
like tomato sauce,
right.
pretty much.
I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that somewhere in Europe they actually are no longer allowed to call it ketchup because there's not enough tomato in it to call it ketchup. So I mean, yeah, ketchup is kind of like a salad. Like I'm not gonna say it's a salad dressing.
It's like a jam of
Right, so you can do anything.
vegetables
Right,
that
exactly. You
includes-
can make any type of ketchup.
Wait, I didn't know this. That's
Yeah.
what ketchup is?
ketchup. Yeah.
Ketchup?
Google Kim is
Catsup
going to-
or ketchup?
No, that's Simpson.
That's just
No, in the
How you
States they call
pronounce
it
it.
catsup.
No.
Catsup?
Ketchup or ketchup?
Yeah.
here. Ketchup.
Wasn't that like a Simpsons episode?
Well, isn't that what they call it in the States? Ketchup?
No.
It's not ketchup. Like
Ketchup.
not in the States. Oh, research.
Ketchup is actually considered a relish.
Yeah, that's it. That's
A
it.
spicy sauce made chiefly. What a fun word, chiefly.
Oh, it sounds like
feel-
chafing.
I feel like that's the sound my legs make when
I
they rub.
yeah.
A spicy sauce made chiefly from tomatoes and vinegar used as a relish. So, I mean, like, there's so many different ways you can make ketchup. that-
Okay, well, I just learned something. And here there is clearly an image of The Simpsons, but it says it's the same thing, just spelled differently. Ketchup
Yeah,
and catsup,
I think it's
the same
a
thing.
tomato kind of thing, except spelt.
I really thought
but
that
it's definitely ketchup, right?
it's ketchup, but I feel like in the States, they use on their product, it says catsup.
I think
No
that's
way.
I think that's one of those,
In all the commercials, it's always ketchup, like the Heinz kid and
I think in
everything.
like cartoons and stuff, and it's really just like to fun up the word. You know what I mean? Ketchup or
I can
ketchup.
hear the listeners yelling this at me, but I'm sure that I've been to restaurants where there was a packet and it was catsup. But I'm forgetting the country I was in.
I think you're dreaming of this.
No! Why would I dream of that?
I don't know.
No, you're right. Ketchup and catsup are simply two different spellings of the same thing. A modern westernized
the website
version of a condiment that
Virgin? Yeah, sure.
Virgin version. It's just
Okay, let's
spelling.
move on. So, yes, you're talking to your daughter. We went on a tangent again.
No,
Yeah,
but I
ketchup. It was about the ketchup.
think is the story
right.
over?
Oh,
No, it's not over because
okay.
that wasn't my actual personal ketchup because that happened 5 minutes ago.
Okay, that was just a cute add-on.
Yeah. So again, I don't know much of a ketchup. Today, I went to the dollar store to go get Valentine's Day cards for my daughter's class because Valentine's Day is on
They
Wednesday.
still do that?
I know. That was really loud. Sorry.
Can't
I
they
know,
just
and
send like those emails like that you send to 10
No,
people?
come on. How much more fun it is to get it in paper.
Yeah, but it's between kids. Like, fuck off.
And my daughter always wants like something edible with it. Like she's like, can you make some cookies to go with the Valentine's?
Mom, since I don't have to do
Again.
anything.
I talked her down to candy.
Okay, because and is that also a kind of thing that if you don't do, there's another mom that's gonna do, and then that kid's gonna be the cooler kid because the mom,
Like the Polaroid story?
Yeah, we can't chance that, right? Like if I know like the Valentine with something edible is like the most probably people will do, so I got to
the
do
best,
that, right?
yeah.
Like I can't just do the Valentine. So I talked her down to candy though. So anyway, so I get to the dollar store and I'm looking through like all the Valentines and they had scratch and sniff cards. Right. As a 90s kid, I was like, ooh, scratch and sniff cards. So I was so excited, and I like tore apart the dollar store to find the last 3 packs. Got that, got the candy, got my little baggies, put everything together, get home, so excited, wait for her to get home so we can scratch and sniff these things together. They don't fucking smell.
Of course, dollar store, you kidding me? They never work.
I'm so mad.
Or they may be like a year old and they just like recycled the old shit.
I actually looked for an expiration date on it after I realized it didn't smell. There was none.
But good thinking. Good thinking on that
You
one.
never bought either smelling crayons or smelling erasers at the dollar store when you were a kid?
But they smell though.
They do.
Oh,
Yeah.
mine
do,
never
but
smelled.
I
But
bought smelling markers for my daughter before and they smell.
at the
they
dollar
do.
store.
Yes.
They do lose their smell.
Yeah, but
of
you would
course.
think at least for like the 5 minutes the kid's gonna have it, it would smell. No, it didn't smell at all.
Just put perfume on it.
Yeah. Well, I'm putting candy in the bag, so the candy will make it smell, right? Like Starburst and stuff.
Yeah, no, but that's a good point, though. Go buy something fruity and just...
No. Like,
But it's because the picture of what it's supposed to smell like is on them, and there's 6 different ones. I'm not going to buy 6 different scents. Now I'm spending $50 on fucking Valentine's Day cards I bought at the dollar store. There's like cupcake, coffee, flowers, candy. I'm not buying all these scents. Okay?
Go get those jelly beans and just like
rub them.
just rub them.
Or I can just give them the fucking cards and not tell them it's scratch and sniff and save everyone a headache.
Okay. as
Because
long
they
as
only
it's
said it on the package.
Yes, sorry, only said on the package. My daughter was like, yeah, I'm just not going to tell anyone they're scratch and sniff.
But I would love to get a card. I'd still do the thank you cards to people, and people appreciate that.
When did you say
cards,
thank you?
Like, our friend Julie got a thank you card from me.
What did she? Oh, because she did this.
Remember when my niece came to help us with the photos for the
She got
Instagram?
it.
She got a thank you card.
Look at you.
In the mail, too, even though I see her every week.
You
And
know
she was
what?
like, oh my God, I got your thank you card.
I have to admit, it's cool to get shit in the mail that's
Yes.
not a bill.
A bill, yeah. You know who else does thank you cards?
Who?
My 88-year-old grandmother.
Oh.
That was supposed to be an insult to you and not an awe moment, but whatever.
No, it's like old traditions being born again. This is good.
I had helped. Her elevator was like at a commission for 2 weeks, and she can't do stairs, so I did like all of her groceries for her and stuff that week. I got a thank you card.
Oh, see?
That's nice.
No, but weren't you happy about it?
I was very
There you
happy.
go.
It was actually right before we left for Florida, and she gave me a little bit of American money too.
Oh, there you go. I just give a gift card, but still.
It's like it's money for the legs that you put in the stairs.
Hey, I'll do her groceries whenever she wants. She wants to make me.
Well, I'm gonna go next because on your point of like feeling old, I guess.
No one said
I'm,
that.
like,
Do you want
burping.
me to go? Because you have some.
I'm like some burping
issues.
for some reason right now because of the wine.
Indigestion.
Yeah, it's weird. It is a little like fizzy, isn't me?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
It's
Something,
Vino
no?
Verde. That's what it is.
Oh, is that what Vino Verde is?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We shouldn't be talking about this wine. This
Oh, no,
isn't
no.
our-
No, you're
Okay,
right. That's the shit wine.
Our shit wine. It's not our wine.
It's
of
our
the name.
sip. It's
Sipping
our
wine?
cheap wine. What was it?
What was it? We named it. We named it something.
Yeah,
Oh, we did.
It's like juice.
Is it BS wine?
No, like cheap juice. Like we went into the juice. There's like a saying with juice.
Oh, PK juice.
Oh, PK juice.
So PK wine, poor
Okay.
kid wine. Yeah.
Okay, poor kid wine.
There we go.
PK wine. Okay, anyways.
But should we explain where that name came from?
No, let them wonder. Okay. So,
If anyone asks, we'll hit it next week.
I went to eat supper with my family, fam jam, and
No drama.
no drama.
No drama, llama.
No drama.
I love how much time you've been spending with your family.
I know,
Yes,
it's so weird,
seriously,
eh? First
this is
time in
great.
34 years. It's not
And
bad.
like you and your sister are still tight.
Yeah. Yeah.
going
Well, I
good.
mean, but I went with my sister and my nieces, the two kids. So it's the second week in a row that we go eat supper. We got to the restaurant, and when I go to places I don't really care, like it's not out, I dress comfortably, right? Like, whatever, why not? So I was wearing, like you right now. So overalls, shirt, sweater, whatever. So I get to the restaurant and I'm like taking off my jacket, and my niece looks at me and she's like, "You look like a 5-year-old kid." Like an oversized 5-year-old kid.
Listen, child.
And I'm like, thanks. I mean, whatever. I do dress. I definitely don't dress my age,
Yeah, but
What's dressing your age? You don't work at a bank, like.
right? But then I'm like thinking, oh, that's funny. I don't dress my age. I started thinking about it, especially that I'm turning 35 in like a month or so. And then
35?
I know.
I thought you were going to be 34. I'm fucking shocked right now.
She's 35. She just turned 35 last week.
What?
I know, I'm halfway to 70.
Oh my God, I'm so young.
Yeah, but that's it. So I was like, wow, holy crap. Maybe I should be like, anyways, I don't feel 35, so I'm not going to dress 35.
Right.
So I look at myself in the mirror like this morning and I'm like, I don't even look 35. Who cares, you know? And then I'm like, oh, shit. I was like, I have to cover up my grays. So I have to dye my hair today to cover up my grays.
Said the 35-year-old.
Dressing up with overalls.
With gray hair.
With gray hair.
That's beautiful.
Do you find that our generation is particularly like that? Like,
Particularly like
that,
what?
Meaning that we're 35. Like the people in 35 that you know, our age, our friends.
I don't know anybody that's 35 besides you too.
We're friends though. Do you know anybody that acts older than what we are? Because we definitely are not acting like normal 35-year-olds.
Right, but obviously we would not attract those type of people. You know what I mean? Because like sometimes I'm talking to somebody and I'm like, she's definitely near 40 and she's fucking younger than me. But just the way she like presents herself and holds herself.
Oh, really?
Not because she looks old, but just the way she dresses and acts. And I'm like, oh.
Maybe it's my industry
Ma
then.
tante.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's your industry because even in mine, which is still a very young party
There's
industry,
a lot of people like that?
There's a lot of matin.
But I think the reason. Oh, you're saying there's a lot of Matt Towns. I was going to say, I think the reason why there's so many more people that's not dressing their age, acting their age, or whatever, is because we don't have to. You know what I mean? Like, we live in a time now where, like, there's not so many suppostas. Suppostas. Like, Winnie the Pooh once, Tigger from Winnie the Pooh once talked about the big book of not suppostas.
This is the second time she brings up Winnie the Pooh.
I'm sorry. This conversation, like you being a 5-year-old and Winnie the Pooh, it's like there's no middle ground. It's like you're 35 or you're 6. Like,
Speaking of us not acting our age.
Okay, what do you say?
could you act more like a teenager, let's say?
20-year-old maybe?
Tigger.
Yes.
Eeyore was sleepwalking and they wanted to wake him up and Tigger's like, you're not supposed to wake him up. And they're like, says who? And he's like, well, it's in the big book of not suppostas. And I think it's hilarious because there is no book of not suppostas, but everyone follows these rules of supposed to and not supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
And I feel like we're living in a time now where no one reads the book anymore.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's basically like the more society, like
Right.
society rules that people just made up at one point and now everybody's following, but everybody's like, what?
Right.
No?
I need to sneeze. I'm sorry.
Oh, she was making so many
I
faces.
thought she was just confused, but she had to sneeze.
It's like I don't know if it's coming in
Look
or
at the light.
out.
Look at the
Look at the
light.
light. Oh, not like that.
I just see a light now. That didn't help anything.
Okay, so yeah, no, that's pretty much all that happened to me this week, which I found it was pretty funny because somebody not yelled at me, but somebody told me that I was a 5-year-old not dressing my age.
5-year-olds! And I know it won't, but I just have to say it. Like, don't let that change you.
Oh,
because,
no.
Like, okay.
I thought it was super funny
Right.
because obviously I know that normal 35-year-olds don't dress in overalls, but it's my fave.
Right. Like, I kind of like, I hope you're 80 dressing in overalls. You know what I mean?
That's my
It's
fave.
also better than someone saying like you're dressing like a 20-year-old who's going to a club and you're like,
Right.
no, I don't want to dress like that.
i.e. you're dressing like horror.
I'd rather be in overalls than like a see-through mesh crop top. You know what I mean?
No,
I
I'm
wear that
never.
all the time.
Oh, well, you're obviously so much younger than us, so it's okay.
The day that I saw on Pinterest that overalls were back in.
Order.
Yeah,
I know.
You
Because
remember?
all the ones that didn't fit, you brought to my daughter.
Yeah. I bought like 8, and then I was like, just order everything, every color, and I lived in overalls in high school. I'm never giving that shit up. Forget it.
In high school, you lived in those?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I was popular. I swear. I swear.
That's so
How?
funny.
I was in the popular group, but the virgin group.
There's a popular
I'm sorry.
virgin group?
You were.
Yeah.
I hope there's a popular virgin group. My daughter goes to high school. I really hope that really bad.
There was
How old is she? 10?
10.
You know that some kids start fucking at 10.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, as much as that scares the living daylights out of me, she's not there at all mentally. I don't even think she knows. Like, I don't, like, until her brother was born, she'd never seen a penis.
No, I know. But sometimes it's because of friends. It's not because of hormones.
No, she talks to me a lot, and it's not.
peer pressure, you know, too.
It's peer pressure. Most of the time, it's peer pressure. Kids don't want to do it, but what? You don't do it from that one asshole
Yeah.
that, like, has parents that don't give him discipline.
I'm really not, like, I know, like, people who don't know me are probably rolling their eyes, like, I'm not in tune with my daughter, but I'm really in tune with my daughter, and I really don't think that's a problem right now. She
definitely-
She still calls her breasts her private. You know what I mean? Like, she doesn't, like, yeah. So
I definitely don't get that vibe from your daughter.
No,
that's for
at
sure.
all. I mean, she definitely has been boy crazy since kindergarten, but it's never been more than like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say something. I forgot now. Boy crazy.
But talking about discipline,
Yes.
you think about your shit. I had a dinner this weekend with
Segue.
I had a dinner this weekend with the bandmates of my boyfriend's band.
Okay.
And one of them has a kid.
You said that? You look like you were going to vomit. You're like,
No, the kid's super, super cute. It was at their place. I know them a certain way. And then I see them with their kid and I'm like, not the type of parent I thought you were going to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I always thought the mother, you know, tough and like solid and not rigid, but like, you know, like just a normal, good parent. I'm not saying she's a bad parent. Oh my God, this is coming out so wrong.
I thought she was very strict.
Well, not very strict. I just thought she was logical. More.
Rational?
More rational, a little bit. And
There's
they
a
were
way to do things. We're doing this way.
And that's it.
Okay.
You know, like no fucking bullshit. And they were telling the story how they went to Toys R Us or something to get puzzle because the kid was like, I want puzzle. So they were like, okay, whatever, we'll go. And then while they're there.
How old's the kid? Just
2.5.
Okay, just curious. Okay.
And then while they were there, the kid slapped both the parents.
Whoa.
Like a full-fledged like handful.
The kid?
The kid. And they were like, okay, man, fuck it. Let's just get the puzzle and get the hell out of there.
The kid still got the puzzle.
Exactly my thought.
Yeah, no, whoa. The kid would have been on the
First
ground.
of all, the kid, there's time out in Toys, there's corners in Toys R Us. We've always, anytime we walked into any room, when my daughter was little, I was like, corner, 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 corner. This place has corners. Okay? Even in a round room, I will find you a corner. Okay?
I will make a corner, and
She
you were
would've-
going to go in
Yeah,
the
she would
corner.
have been in the corner in Toys R Us, and there was no way in hell we were leaving there with a puzzle.
Yeah. Well, you know what? They're very loving parents and they're not bad parents at all. Like they're great and the kid is super cute
sure.
and very respectful. I was just surprised. I was like, I was not expecting that. I was not expecting
Yeah.
that.
You can't. It's like training. That's like you're training
I
the
know.
kid. If you slap me in a public place, you might get that puzzle. So let's
Right.
And
try
to
it.
me, it wasn't like, okay, she's 8 months and the hand just goes. You know what I mean?
Right.
She's not conscious, but she's not unconscious.
No, she needs to be disciplined for it. I do not like talking about other people's parenting just because as a parent, I know not to do that. But I kind of feel like the situation, like, I wouldn't have given my kid the puzzle. Like my kid's two, also 2.5.
That's it. I would have been like, oh, you slapped me, bitch. Let's get the fuck out of here.
My
you know?
2-year-old hits me all the time. It's his face. But he gets disciplined for it. Do you know what? No, you don't do that to mom. He goes in timeout. You can't like. I
mean,
wouldn't reward him. You
To
can't
be
reward
fair,
bad
to be
behavior.
fair, I wasn't there. I don't know if it was more playful or if it was, but the way they were telling the story, it was like,
It was enough to
Whoa.
mention it though. Like if it was playful, I don't think it would have been mentioned.
I'm,
Do you know what I mean?
I'm honestly surprised that they even did mention it. Like, who would
There
just
is-
say that? Oh, my
because-
kid slapped me and then we bought the puzzle.
Some people
because
some people
I don't
see it as a
know.
problem. They
but
really don't.
I don't know, somehow it came on the subject because she's a tough kid, you know? But anyway.
Oh, okay, so she was like, yeah,
But no,
once
she was
slapped
being
us.
the sweetest, adorable. She didn't cry. She was no temper, tantrum, nothing. She was just a fucking perfect kid, you know?
Yeah.
And my boyfriend and I also talked about it. You know, when they said that, I would have left the fucking store. And I was like, yeah. But, you know, whatever. All this to say, though.
Holy crap.
That we went to that dinner because remember when I went ice fishing? Cooked the fish.
Yes, sir.
I fucking filleted the fish on my own.
Led the fish?
Fillet the fish
Yeah.
on my own. I felt with a shit knife on top of things.
I am so proud of you.
Dude, I did not think I was going to be able to do it. That's why I kept on.
It's hard to do.
That's why I kept on watching videos after videos, see if their techniques were different.
So you watched how to fillet a fish on YouTube?
on YouTube, how to fillet that specific fish because it's not all the same apparently.
No, some fish have a lot more bones than others.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And only 2 people found bones in there, but we were 8.
That's good because
That's-
even in restaurants you find bones. Like
Well, I think I just missed my calling. No. But anyway, so fucking did that like a pro. And now I'm like, this summer, I'm going to fish all fucking summer
Yeah.
long.
And you had enough food for everybody? That's so
No, well,
cool.
I mean, we did cat we had 2 fish. One was like this big and one was like big. But we're 8. Like we only had a bit and then we had other things.
Okay,
to eat, obviously.
Still
but
fun, though.
just the taste.
super fun. It's super
So
fun.
much fun.
But however, at like 1 a.m., I woke up, major cramps. Like, you know, when they wake you up.
Yeah.
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea.
Diarrhea? I couldn't even say it
Dude.
back again to make fun of her.
Okay, stop.
No, wait.
Diarrhea.
Thank you.
Dude, I like explosive
Oh, no.
diarrhea.
Did you not cook it properly?
I fucking did though. I don't know if that was it.
might
My
not have been
boyfriend was
that.
okay. Everybody
your
else was
boyfriend
fine.
Okay.
I don't know. He said his poop smelled like fish, but
For like the quarter of the fish he ate though. Like,
bang, sister. I was like, okay, you know what? Shut up.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
so psychological.
And also, last catch up, I'm moving in with my boyfriend, right?
Yes,
So
official. And didn't I call this at the beginning?
I think you did.
Episode 1. Didn't I call it?
I'm gonna have to go back and check. I think you did.
I did.
That's like what, a month ago?
And she was like, Bay no.
I know, but whatever. And we found our apartment.
Yay!
Awesome.
Yeah. And
It was nice.
it was, the location is perfect. It's big enough for the both of us. It's like those old apartments like I like. But when we went in, have you ever visited apartments before in your life? Well, you bought this house, so you visited a few houses, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I've lived in apartments.
No,
with people.
but visiting. Like,
Yeah, for
when
sure.
you look, okay.
Shopping around.
Yeah.
Of course.
Easy to get inspired by how the place is done, right? And
You walk in and you know exactly where everything's going to go.
yeah.
Right away.
And then when I saw the pictures of that apartment, they were old pictures, like probably from the person that lived there before the person that lives there
Okay.
now. So I walked in, and you know how the walls are like yellow or beige from like the dirts and the like, ugh.
Kitchen
And there's
everything.
so much stuff everywhere, and their shit is ugly. And I was like, I don't know. And then we left, and I was like, I think I like it. And then it kind of grew on us. We were like, you know what? We'll just like paint everything and clean it.
Yeah.
And, now I'm like fucking shopping like crazy. I went like thrift store shopping
Yeah.
yesterday.
How was
So
that?
much fun.
It was good.
Okay.
Got a lot of shit.
Okay.
So much fun.
So yeah, being an adult.
Yay.
Wow.
Unlike you guys, I do my age.
You do your age. I have a duplex and 2 dogs, but whatever.
I live in my in-laws building.
You have 2 kids.
I have 2 kids. That kind of makes me an adult, right? Kind of.
If anything, yeah, absolutely.
I think you're the adultest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That was a word. That was totally a word.
Adultist.
Adultist?
Adultist. There you go. That's the one.
Adultist. I'm done my wine. I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing, but I think we're ready to crack
drink.
open this real wine for episode 5. Get your info. While she gets the info and she opens that bottle of wine.
Well, that's done. It was a twist cap.
I know, I heard it. I'm sure the listeners opened it
I just
too.
wanted to say it was Mazer Cup International, Colorado, USA, 2017 gold medal. I don't know what any of those things mean.
Did
But
you even speak
gold medal.
English? Did you even speak English? No, I had to mention something while she's looking for that. From not last episode, the one before. I want to start not a segment for every episode, but when we have it, called a comment corner. I don't know about you guys, but because of the wine, sometimes you say some things during the episode and you're like, it's not really what I meant. When you re-listen to it the next day
All
and you're
the
like,
time.
Yeah.
All
the
the
wine
time.
might have said something weird there. So I want to start something. Every time we start an episode, we can call comment corner and then we just say what the specification is or what is, and then we move on.
What is what
From-
it?
What
Yeah.
is what is.
From last episode, you mean?
From the
Yeah.
last episode, okay?
it's
But I
happened.
forgot to say it last episode because I have a comment corner from the episode where we talked about decapitation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, remember when you were like,
They proved that
that you're still alive because you're blinking after you got
Yeah.
decapitated? I don't believe it. Because, and I was listening to the episode, I was getting so mad at myself because I was like, yeah, you're totally right. But no, the brain automatically blinks. Okay, so we don't think about blinking. We automatically blink. So just when get our head cut off, the brain is technically still working, like what you said, Kim. The blood is still rushing through it
Yeah,
and
but that's
whatever.
what we said.
Yes, but it doesn't mean that we are still alive. Like as in the consciousness.
I think we are, though.
I think so.
No, because the brain just automatically blinks without us thinking.
But that means it's working.
Yes, but is our consciousness there?
Are we really going to do this again?
No, we're not. That was my comment corner. I'm moving on.
Okay.
Yeah.
The wine.
The wine.
All right. So today,
Yeah.
we're drinking.
Yes.
I'm really excited about this.
Smell it. I don't know if you'll be excited.
Oh, really? It
It smells like...
smells like olives.
What?
No, it doesn't.
I smell green olives.
No, it smells like dish soap?
No, like cranberries. There's cranberries in there.
Yeah. So it's called...
And rose petals. That rose petals
rose
must
pillows.
be
Yeah, the dish soap.
rose pillows.
what?
It smells like rose pillows.
And maybe with the honey as well.
I think we just figured out our episode title. Rose
Rose
pillows.
pillows?
Pillows.
Diarrhella.
Rose pillows and diarrhea. For some reason, every time you guys say diarrhea, I think of armadillos. I don't know why.
Is it full of poo though? Okay.
Wow. Well, probably.
She looked at me weird. Clearly. Okay.
Okay, we are drinking a...
Oh, it smells. Okay.
I haven't tasted it. Intermiel Rosée, which is a flavored honey wine. It is flavored with cranberries and rose petals.
Yes, honey. I smell the honey.
Honey makes me very excited.
I just said honey.
It smells exactly like honey and flowers.
smells like a bee.
Oh my God.
Orangey pink in color and sweet. This product.
Orangey pink?
I don't know. That's what it says.
Dude, it's fucking...
It's bright red. Bright.
Take it up with SAQ,
fuchsia.
okay? Orangey pink in color and sweet. This product boasts an intense nose exuding. I don't even know what the fuck that means. What does exuding mean?
It overflows your nose.
Yeah, it exudes something, you know? It
Floral and
It vomits it.
vomits. It vomits Florty.
Jesus Christ.
I think...
Floral.
You know who we should be sponsored by? A dyslexic company.
Or a dictionary?
Webster, hit us up.
Google Translate. Let's go.
Exuding. Am I saying that
Yes,
right?
exuding.
Exuding floral and fruity aromas. On the palate, it's lively acidity. Is that a good thing? Lively acidity? And full body texture precedes a long finish. A long finish.
I feel like they're always long
Fillings?
sound dirty?
They're long fillings.
Hey guys, we should read the wine description on SAQ, but pretend they're talking about sex. Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, try it again. Try it again.
Try it again. Good luck.
Orangey pink in color. Sounds like a vagina.
Or an orangey pink penis.
This
Don't be sexist.
This organ boasts an first of all, they wrote a intense. That's not proper English SAQ. It's unintense. An intense nose exuding, yeah? Am I saying? I don't feel like I'm saying
Exuding.
that right. Exuding.
We totally trust you. Let's go.
Floral and fruity aromas. Okay.
No penis in the world exudes floral and...
I would like my vagina to exude floral and
When I was a
fruity
kid, my
aromas.
vagina was called the flower. My mom was like, ta petite fleur.
Oh my God. My mother
Oh
used to call my
that-
vagina.
No, that sentence scared the shit out of
Why?
me. Because she says, when I was a kid, my vagina used to be called a flower. And I was like, oh my God, did she get raped? Like, who called your vagina a flower?
Someone touch your flower.
No, but like, we need to wash your flower, let's say. I don't know.
My mom
Okay.
used to call a penis a little fish.
A little fish.
Pisciolino.
Oh, that's kind of cute.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm going to use that if I have
But
a
it
kid.
sounds kind of gross when you imagine it that way.
What a fish. No,
Just
but
a
it's like
little
a
fish just
goldfish.
going into like a little vagina. Okay.
My mom would call my vagina a panucci, and it turns out that's like a food. And then we only discovered this like a couple years ago. And it's like a type of fudge, panucci fudge.
Really?
Yeah.
Call your vagina fudge?
But did she just make up the word?
Yeah, she completely just pulled it out of anywhere.
Shut
And then
up.
panucci, yeah, and it turns out it's a food. She had no idea because I tagged her. I saw a link on Facebook for panucci fudge, and I even like went into Google Translate to make sure like it was an actual word and that's how you pronounce it, and it was. And I sent it to her, and she thought it was hilarious.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Shame on my mom for just calling it a flower.
Yeah, or a
So
little
not
fish.
creative.
Jesus Christ.
On the palate, what are we doing again? Sex?
Yeah, sex.
On the palate,
What are we doing
palate.
again? We're not actually doing sex, Kim.
we're pretending the wine is sex. Oh, okay, that makes much more sense. All right. On the palate, its lively acidity and full body texture precedes a long finish. I just wanted
A long finish.
That's what made me want to make this sexual.
So really, it was just the last two words that were good for you.
yeah, none of that worked.
the flowery and fruity aromas was pretty good too.
But that's what I said. There's no penis in the world that's
Penis,
flowery.
no,
there
but
could be a vagina.
Okay, guys, come on. My vagina smells very fresh, but it does not smell like flowers. Are you done your
okay.
wine? Just please chug
I have
it.
to chug. I'm not a.
What do you think, Rock? 35 guys. Taste it, Kim.
I
and
do. The honey is very like.
This is very florally.
then smell it, like really smell it.
It doesn't taste the same as it smells.
No, at all. It's very light on the tongue.
But the long finish, I feel the long finish.
Long finish. Yeah, I feel it in my chest, but
It tastes like cough syrup.
no, it doesn't.
No, I don't find it does.
I'm not a big fan. Not gonna lie.
But the smell is intense. Like
The
it
taste
ruins
is
it for
intense
me.
too. It's very sweet. It's very, very, very sweet.
Well, guys, this is what we're drinking anyway. So fucking.
It's the last time we're drinking.
But no, we said the name obviously. Rosé.
How did this win prizes though?
Well, because I could imagine though, if you're like a wine connoisseur, it's very different. So I can imagine it being nice. I'm not a big fan of sweet wines. Like I don't like port. I don't like I don't like sweet wines.
You don't like port wine?
I do not like Porto.
Oh my God, I love
Don't
it.
like Porto. Don't like ice wine. I don't like any of that. So for
don't
me,
like
this
ice
is like
But
it's too sweet.
can we mention that it's a Quebec product though? That's kind of cool.
That is
Oh,
cool.
is it?
Yeah.
I bought a Quebec product.
Yeah.
Hydromel.
Hydromel. You're right. There's no I there. I guess that's what it's called.
So let me
Rosé Hydromel.
I'm gonna take a picture and then what do you guys rate it on a 5?
Oh, because we're using an app.
Yeah. So it says aroma. Oh.
Intermiel. That's a Mirabelle. That's like the big Quebec I was going to say winery. It's not a winery. Hunnery?
Huntery?
Hunnery?
Honey plantation?
Honey plantation? Is that what it's called?
No. It's honey. What?
Honey mill? What do they call that? Beekeeper place? Like, I don't know. What do you call the place that produces honey?
I think we're going to go with Honey Mill.
Let's go with Intermiel, whatever.
But then I picture all these, like...
So that's why then...
bees.
That's why it says honey wine. Because
Yeah, it's very sweet.
It only smells like honey. So aroma, what are we giving it on 5? I don't like it. I'll give it like a 2.
I'll give it a 1.
Wow. So you?
I'm going to have to say 2 just because for me a 1 would be like vinegar.
So 1.6.
Okay, you know what?
Taste?
I enjoy the smell of vinegar
Taste
more.
is better though. I'm going to give it a 2.5.
I'm going to save 1 for really bad cases, but I'm not
I'm
enjoying
going to
it.
say 2.2 for us. Everybody, finish. I mean, I still feel it.
It's too long to finish.
I still feel it in my I still feel it in my chest.
I'm going to say 1.5.
Shit, we really suck this wine. And overall, 2.5?
2, yeah.
2? Okay. 65%. I'm sorry.
I feel like that's a lot. Like 65% is generous.
It's like 3.2, 65%.
Yeah, 3.2?
No, 2.2.
2.2?
Yeah.
2.2.
2.2 overall.
Makes sense?
I kind of like this one better.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, the other one we had, but that's
PK
PK wine.
That's okay. Now we know. All right.
All right. Let's go to the topic of the day.
Okay, sure.
Okay. So, topic of the day. We are February 16th, which means that Valentine's Day was 2 days ago.
Yep.
And that sucks. So we're going to talk about...
I think it's good news that it was 2 days ago.
Yeah, it's over. Yeah, I guess so. So we're going to talk about Valentine's Day. You said you know
I know the history of Valentine's Day.
So do I. But if you want to talk about it, absolutely go ahead.
Okay.
Let's talk about it together since we both know it.
So you probably know them. So I know the history because my daughter came home from school one day and told me, and I thought it was so cool. But
oh, okay. So let's compare to see if that's the same story.
So
I just want to say I also have the story.
okay. So
Okay.
when I saw online that you wanted to talk about Valentine's Day, I was like, perfect. I know where Valentine's Day comes from. End of story. Don't gotta do no research. But then I was like, maybe I should do some research to make sure it's legit. Yes. So I was like, maybe I should look this up quickly to make sure. Turns out it's very debatable.
Oh, okay.
Turns out well, I mean, if you guys both know, you should know it's a complete mystery. Nobody really, they even think Saint Valentine was actually more than one person. But the story I got from my daughter, I loved. So I'm going to go with that one. We're going to pretend that one's real. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And when I looked it up, though, this was one of the theories.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of theories out there. No one knows for sure who St. Valentine was and why we celebrate St. Valentine's Day. One of the reasons, actually, I saw when I looked up, which I thought was kind of cute, was there's
She's
a theory.
talking so fast right now.
Dude,
no?
it's like we need to concentrate.
You
Like
so much. After 2 bottles of wine, it's intense.
You know that Eminem song that he's like,
That's
like,
Kim.
I feel like that sometimes.
Your calling is filleting fish, mine's rapping. If you guys are lucky enough, we'll beatbox for you one day again.
Can't wait to find my calling. Okay.
So, but I'm finishing my sentences and words, which is pretty impressive.
I know
for me.
it is, actually.
So one of the reasons why we celebrate it in mid-February, the theory is because birds pair up in February, apparently. Like that's when they find their mates.
Okay.
But anyways, that's one of the theories.
But other animals find it later.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm just going with what they told me. Okay. So the story my daughter gave me and I absolutely loved was back in, I should know this century, 1400s. There's a belief that Saint Valentine was a priest who was beheaded by an emperor because this emperor had banned marriage at this time because he thought single men made better soldiers. And Valentine felt this was unfair. So he, how do you
Sentence
say that?
him.
No, he officiated marriages secretly.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting caught and being beheaded. And so he's, the saint of love.
Wait. There's a part missing in your story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he was put in jail until he was beheaded. And while in there, he cured
a blind girl.
a blind girl
Oh, I didn't hear that.
who was the daughter of the judge who sentenced him.
Really?
Yeah. And the night before he was beheaded, he wrote a letter and he signed "Your Valentine" because his name was Valentine or something. And that's how it started.
I love that. Okay, so you guys have the same story as me. So that means it has to be
So
true.
he was imprisoned in 269, in year 269.
Why do I have 1400s?
I don't know. And he was imprisoned because he was trying to turn people Christian, basically, in Roman paganism times. And marriage was forbidden. And he was secretly performing marriages for soldiers that basically couldn't get married.
Right.
They said that St. Valentine supposedly wore a purple ring, and that it was customarily worn on the hands of Christian bishops with an image of Cupid engraved on it. So a very recognizable symbol. And then people recognized it and then asked if they could get married. And then people found out and he got imprisoned and then got killed right after he supposedly cured the blind daughter of the judge. And then he wrote, "You're a Valentine." And as everybody knows, if you perform a miracle, you automatically become a saint.
Why have I not become a
Not
saint?
automatically. You have to wait a couple years.
You have to
After your death.
Right.
Do people still get named saints now?
Canonized? Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Canonized.
Is that what it's called when you become a saint?
Canonized?
When you're a saint?
Why do you know this?
I don't know how I know this. I'm the least Christian here.
I just realized that why I'm getting 1400s is I didn't actually read the whole sentence. It said an account from 1400s.
Oh,
so that's just when they...
So
They decided that was
Right.
the story.
in the 18th century England, it became a holiday where people could express their love for each other with flowers and cards. In Europe, they used to give keys to signify or to symbolize,
Yeah.
unlock my heart.
Oh, I
saw that. I saw that and I was like, oh, how fucking cheesy is
It's
this?
a little cheesy.
I am so doing that. I think that's so cute.
You're buying keys?
But they also gave these keys to children on Valentine's Day to ward off epilepsy.
Yeah, I saw that too. And I was like,
What the
that's
fuck is
that's
that?
fucking. And then I was like, did Valentine have epilepsy?
Maybe.
And that's like how it got transferred. I didn't know.
Very weird. So this is all a legend. People don't know if it actually happened,
Right.
but it was actually picked up as a fact by Saint Vday in the 8th century.
Well, and this is
somebody just said like, it's a fact. And everybody went like, okay.
And this is what my daughter learned this in school. So they're teaching this in schools also. So I think this is probably the best theory out there.
Yeah. So that's ridiculous. So that's how you're buying all these cards and flowers and stuff
that don't actually smell when you scratch them.
I didn't buy anything.
for Valentine's Day. So let's talk about it. Valentine's Day is clearly over now.
Right. So we can't talk about what we did.
We can't talk about what we
'cause
did.
It's not actually.
No. But breaking the fourth wall.
No, Bella.
Kim. I mean, so what are you, okay, let's pretend, let's say we're before Valentine's Day. What are you doing for Valentine's Day? Nothing.
No, well, nothing romantic
Okay.
because it's my dude's
Father-in-law's, right.
It's my dude's dad's
Right.
birthday. So we're having dinner at their house and they're cooking their own dinner. So I'm like, what's the fucking point?
That's
I
kind
just
of
like to see that you guys, as a parent, you just want to see your kids.
Yeah, but we're there every fucking week. Can we do something special if it's someone's birthday?
I see what you mean.
Oh, okay. You're there
Like-
every week?
Yeah.
That's intense.
Tuesday night dinners, man.
Oh my God. My
Who
mom.
the fuck does Tuesday night dinner?
You know what's funny? My
Well,
mom
it's
does.
the only day we're giving them because I'm not giving my Thursday or my Friday or my Saturday or my Sunday. So
No, but what's funny is that my entire family goes to my mother's house on Tuesday nights also.
Really?
Yeah.
So
But you
fun.
don't go?
I don't go because I have dance class.
Oh,
Me and
yeah,
my
okay,
niece
okay.
have dance class.
It's probably best. You're keeping the relationship. Don't see them too much. You're in a good space. Don't
Yeah,
see
but-
them more.
Right. But we're Italian, so you have to see your family every week.
Right.
But I find it's very unfair for a parent to ask your children or like newly coupled children to see them on Valentine's Day. Like, hello.
Yeah. I feel
Come
it's a
on.
little bit like, yeah.
Like, I find that
But
weird.
but at the same time, what else was I gonna do?
But wait, you're having.
No, I know, but that's not for them to call out.
No,
You know what I mean?
No.
So you're seeing them Tuesday and Wednesday?
No, this week especially, we're only seeing them Wednesday.
Okay.
Or if that's not the case, I'm not there tomorrow.
Well, I'm going to try to find a singles event to go to. I tried to research it. I didn't find anything.
Well, I can find you something for Wednesday if you want. I'm good at that. You know that.
Actual one, though?
An actual one.
Okay.
There are some this weekend as well.
As long as it's dark yoga, I'm good.
It is or isn't?
It is.
Is dark yoga?
She's like, wait, are you serious right
Yeah,
now?
I'm so confused.
but I can find you a serious one. Send me a text tomorrow and I'll do that
If I remember.
during work hours because I've got nothing else better to do.
Okay. What are you doing?
We have no plans. Definitely not doing anything Wednesday. Like, I may make heart-shaped pizza or something for the kids. But not really doing anything major. Although, like, we haven't spoken about this, but I just had a random thought that my daughter this weekend is actually at my mom's. So
This weekend?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
maybe a little bit lingerie.
Maybe I need to find a sitter for my son and we'll celebrate.
Okay.
Yeah. So we have no plans yet, but I mean, I don't know. We'll do something.
I'm thinking maybe I'm going to bring my mom to like out or something,
Oh,
to a
that's
dinner or
cute. I like
something.
that.
Yeah, we're both single and I don't want
Ready
her to be alone.
mingle.
Ready to mingle with my mother. Bring her to a bar. I always wanted to go to a bar with my mom.
Maybe
though.
I have the right event for you though. Wait.
I am so overdue to have like go to a bar with mom. We should have
Oh no,
A
stop.
mother, daughter. Oh my God, you guys are
all
not.
wine aside, mother-daughter night out drinking, and then we'll like
Record it?
yeah.
Okay, first of all, my mom doesn't speak English.
My mom
Neither does
doesn't
hers.
either.
And they cannot communicate either.
I mean recording for like Insta stories, not for a podcast.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So it'll be fun.
My
You don't
mom
need to
speaks a
talk.
little French.
It'll just be really fun.
My mom can understand English, but her talking is
My mom's French though, so like other than for the show, they can all communicate. You know what I mean?
Okay. I want to know about your worst dates, guys. Ever. Huh?
I have to say, I only need my company. I realize I just love myself so much that as long as I'm there, I'm going to have a good time. So it doesn't matter if you're fucktard, you know, I'm just going to be like, well, I'm getting drunk. Hey, you know,
There's nothing that happened that you were like, what the fuck is happening?
I've had shitty stuff happen after, like, unlike you, I don't meet
Randoms.
what was it last week? What was he?
Mennonite.
Mennonite. See, I don't meet Mennonites, but I've had like the dates that went really well. And then the guy came over to my place. And then the next morning, he was just farting in bed all morning.
All morning?
All morning. And he was like, I'm sorry, you know, I drank so much beer. And like, and I was like, oh, really? Like, And I'm like holding the covers like really tight because I don't want any smell in my mouth.
He must have been really... He must have been quite charming, though, if you invited him to your bed the first night.
Yeah, it wasn't the first time that I met him, but it was the first time that we hooked up, and it was like a friend setting, and then, ugh.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
First
And yeah,
date.
he had that kind of penis that when you have sex, it always like slips out, you know, like flook, flook, flook. And you're like, oh, let's just fucking give it up. It was terrible. So I never really had a terrible date. But
How did you break that off? You're like, yeah, no, forget it.
it was just the one thing. You know?
Okay.
And I think he saw my face when he left, and I was like, bye, bye, boy.
See ya. What about you?
To be honest, I haven't really been on many dates in my life.
No, but I know you've dated a few
Yeah, well, to be honest,
shitards.
yeah, but like I can't really like a date that went bad.
It doesn't
The only
have to
thing I
be
think
like
of-
an official
right.
thing, yeah.
So that's what I'm getting to. So there was this one time where I used to like be friends with this girl that was like kind of boy crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Where's this going?
You know. So one time we were like at someone's house and like she like organized for these guys to come over because like her whole life was about hooking up with the guys and like mine never really was. And she like organized for these guys to come over and then there was like this guy that was hitting on me and I was like, dude, like not happening. And then like everyone else like left the room. Like I think they all like went to go like make out with other people and I was like, okay, I'm not doing it. Like it just like was not happening. And this guy was like trying too hard and he started like taking off his pants. He was wearing a fucking thong.
What?
And I was like, that's not helping your state. Like, I'm not, like, that just made it worse.
what
I'm not,
the-
yeah. And like, dude, it's not happening. Like,
So
don't
hold
even-
on. Some straight guys actually do wear thongs?
I guess. It was like, I was like, you are not helping your case at all. Like, I had no plans on even like,
My question
Touching
was
this guy,
more...
kiss-
What do you think is the percentage of straight men that wore a thong at one point in their life that wasn't a joke?
I don't know.
Because
Now I'm wondering it
because
might be large. I don't know.
yeah,
I'm gonna say-
but because if this was Lotto, maybe you would have won a jackpot. You know?
Maybe.
I'm going to say 5%.
5%?
Yeah, there has to be a
5%. Okay, on Facebook, let's say you know 200 guys. That means there's 10 of them that walk around with a G-string.
Yeah, I'm sure. But there's some people that are more effeminate than
I think
others.
this guy did it with the purpose of like impressing someone and like it had the opposite effect.
Where is that guy today?
I don't even know this guy's name. It was literally like, I was at someone's house with a whole bunch of people. I somehow found myself alone in a room with this guy. This guy was like obviously hitting him and I was literally like, don't even touch me. Like, don't, like, I was
But
not
he just
having
took
it.
off his pants?
So, because I guess he was trying to like seduce me because I was like not having
Did you start laughing?
to be honest, it was so long ago. I don't even remember. I think it was like a teenager. It was really, really, really long ago. Like this girl I hung out with was just like not healthy. I'm no longer, I don't even speak to her anymore. We're not even friends on Facebook. Yeah, and I guess he was like he thought that was going to help his case. I was really, really adamant, like, don't even come close to me. You know what I
I
mean?
think he's like, no, but wait,
Like, I think
look what I
but
see.
wait.
Yeah.
Look what
Like,
I have
was
here.
like, I remember sitting on a couch and he was like on the other side of the room because I wouldn't let him near me because he was being like a little bit like
Creepy.
much.
Creepy, yeah.
And
like,
I was-
that,
I
like
was
that guy at the wedding there? Remember that guy?
Oh my god, that's creepy. This guy was just like gross. Okay. That guy was creepy. The fucking
What's the
creeper.
wedding creepy?
I'll tell you later. Okay,
Yeah.
go.
So, and I remember like he was far enough from me, but I guess he was like trying to, then he started like pulling down his pants and I was like, oh shit. It was like one of those things strippers wear.
Oh my God. Was it
he
white?
maybe a
Was it
stripper?
colored?
I don't even remember. I think for some reason in my head I remember it being purple, but I think I was just so.
Oh my God, I hope it was purple.
I was just so thrown off by like.
purple is the color of Valentine's technically because
like-
he was wearing a purple ring.
Oh, good point.
But
Good
like,
point.
I didn't like. I was super annoyed, and like, I don't even remember what happened after that point, but it shut it down. Like, I must have laughed or something because everything got shut down, and like nothing happened. You know what I mean?
Was he maybe a stripper and you didn't know?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't know who this guy was. It was literally like this girl that I used to hang out with. She literally like would just sleep with anyone. And she would like find these like groups of people. Like, hey, I'm bringing all these guys over. Like, you know what I mean? Like she was like would hook up with like all the time, and we were
But you
young.
know what? That's kind of sad though, because it's like if a guy wants to wear a thong, let him wear a thong. Like, why are we judging him right now?
If a girl,
Please.
if a girl is telling you she wants nothing to do with you, don't show her your thong. You know what I mean? Like,
Absolutely. But I feel kind of a little
I feel
bad.
like that's
for
a
the guy.
little bit in the same category as on Tinder, the guys that have like humongous penis that you saw. Not only are you a douche and now you're showing me this big penis that's going to break me. Like,
But no, but the reason why I feel bad for this guy is because I had a situation once where I slept with a guy and he took off his pants and he was wearing just underwear, like
briefs?
briefs, but the short ones.
That's okay.
yeah, I like them.
Yeah, I'm okay with that too. I'm not okay with thongs.
And
though.
you are not okay with that?
Like the women underwear for men?
Yeah. That
women underwear for men. It's not women underwear, it's for men.
But see, for me, it was like, I was like super turned off
those
by
are
it.
super indie.
it's because the ones that are really like
No
the short ones,
fuck.
like boxer briefs, don't they like ride up?
Yeah. So my boyfriend only wears boxer briefs.
Yeah, mine too.
But
But they're
I've
like
slept with guys that had like American Apparel 2-color boy underwear.
What?
I can understand that it's comfortable. Like,
Yeah.
it's more comfortable than a guy wearing a
but I've
thong.
seen
I
this.
slept with one guy with that, and I was like, no.
That was probably the
doesn't bother me.
It
coolest
looks like a
guy you've
diaper.
ever slept with.
No, it
I don't know about
really,
it being cool, but it doesn't bother me.
really wasn't.
All the cool guys
to
are
me,
wearing
it looks like a diaper to me.
What?
It looks like a diaper
Are
to
you
me.
Retarded.
Well, because obviously it was also very big on him, but it looked like a diaper to me.
Well, yeah, if it was really big on him, of course it looked like a diaper. There's space to put like toilet paper and shit.
Toilet paper.
Snacks for later.
yeah.
Snacks for later.
Snacks for later. Okay.
What was your
Yeah, your
worst
wedding.
date?
My worst wedding?
Date?
My worst date.
We were talking.
Worst date. I went on a date with a guy from Tinder a few years back. It was great. It was great. We went to the date. We were talking the whole time. Well, he was talking the whole time. He told me about his job, how much money he makes, his side ventures, how much money they make. He did not ask me one question the entire time. He didn't even know that I was a photographer by the end of the date. Not one question. Just kept talking about himself, talking about himself, talking about himself.
Did you ask questions?
She didn't have to.
I didn't have to. He just kept talking the whole time. And I was just nodding, cool. So finally
So
I was
you're
like,
like drinking.
so we were in a bar where upstairs you could play games. So I was like, let's try to change the subject a little bit. Let's just go play a game upstairs. So we went upstairs and I said, you know what? I know a really cool way to play Guess Who. Let's play Guess Who. We went to play Guess Who, started playing. Halfway through like the second game, we were on a small square table. I was wearing a skirt, whatever. We're playing Guess Who. Nothing out of the ordinary. We didn't even touch each other, or I didn't even show my interest the whole time. He reached under the table and poked my vagina.
Oh my god! Purposely?
Oh yeah.
What did you do?
That couldn't have been a
I don't
fucking
know. It's
accident.
a small table. You want to go scratch himself and go to your vagina?
That's a far scratch. I was sitting across from the kid, poked my vagina. Under my skirt,
Poked your vagina.
Okay, first thing, poking. That's so sexy.
I know, right?
Can you just like do a little bit of knee play? You know,
Want to rub my thigh a little bit first? Or?
something.
touch my hand, anything at all.
A kiss.
Right in the vagina.
Right in the vagina.
So, but what did you do?
I stopped, I looked, and I said, but why?
You said that to him?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
He said, you know you like it.
Oh,
serious?
Did you
Yeah.
barf in his mouth and
No.
leave?
I got
in
up.
his mouth.
I got up and left. I was like, okay, and I left.
And you left?
Yeah.
Oh,
Did
good
you
for
leave
you.
him with the bill?
Yes. Well, yeah, I didn't pay. I mean, I left.
Good for you. That's what you're supposed to do when you're being.
Poked my vagina.
That guy, for sure, that guy had like it does not get laid. There's no way that guy.
Oh, if
gets
he does, it's not consensual.
laid. No, and especially if he has to tell you about his money.
Yeah. And how much you like being poked in the vagina?
You should have said like, I make so much more money than you. Like, that does not impress me, motherfucker.
Why would you poke somebody's vagina under a table while you're playing Guess Who?
I'm really, really proud of you for leaving. Like,
Yeah,
just getting
of
up and
course.
leaving.
No,
That's the right thing to do in
All
that
I
moment.
said is like, but why?
No, you're not going to tell me what I like, and you're not going to touch my vagina without permission. Okay, they're Donald Trump.
Like,
Officially my
wrap
worst
my
day.
vagina. Entitled boys.
Yeah,
like,
that's it. Entitled is the perfect.
Yeah.
It's like he's like, oh, I make so much money, and he made like 65 or 70 million.
Million.
I was like, 70 million, he's allowed to touch your vagina, okay?
He's totally allowed.
all you want. I'm right open.
70 million a year, he's totally allowed to poke my vagina.
70,000, however.
70,000 a year, which is like more than most, but it's not a lot.
No.
So I
He's
was
not like
no,
rolling on
sorry.
dough. He's not like Kanye West here.
No.
Even if he was like on your list, he's not poking my vagina.
Funny enough, though, even if you're making $1 million a year, just don't poke people's.
Don't randomly poke someone's vagina. Okay?
Remember this guy's name? Can we find him on Facebook?
I don't think we can find it on Facebook, but his name was Adam.
Adam. He's
he was
Anglo.
Yeah,
For sure.
Bald head, just a very typical like full of himself.
So
type
not
of
your
guy.
type. How did you?
why
how
did you
end
go?
up?
I've said it before. I'm open. Like I'm trying other things.
Yeah,
so.
okay, man.
And look how that turned out for you.
I know, right?
Between the vagina poking and the Mennonite, like
You should have figured
This was years ago, but yeah, that was years and years
how
ago.
will you let us set you up at this point?
Jesus.
No, she tried to set me up with a guy once and it didn't work out at all.
Well, hold on. He didn't poke your vagina.
He did
and he
not.
was not a Mennonite.
He also didn't even speak at all for 3 dates.
Oh,
Nothing.
buddy.
Not one word.
He's such a nice guy.
Well, I wouldn't know.
He's such a good guy. He's a good guy. He's just very shy and he's like, But he's doing a diet now. He lost like fucking 30 pounds.
Oh, sure, now he loses the pounds. I went rock climbing with this kid.
No,
I
no.
almost fell. I almost went.
No, wait. But when he went rock climbing with you, he had already lost weight.
Oh, did he?
And now he's losing more weight. He's
had to
gonna look so good. He's gonna help me move. Maybe you should give it a second try. You're gonna help me move?
Literally, yes, I am gonna. Yes,
Can I see him?
absolutely.
You can help me move.
No, but you don't have like a picture of him on Facebook or something?
No, he's not ugly or anything at all. Like, I mean, I said on the last episode, I don't care what you look like. If you're a nice guy, I'm gonna give you a
feel
chance
like-
at all, like for sure. But this guy did not speak one word the entire 3 dates, and I gave him 3 full dates.
He didn't say a word.
Not one word.
So you were playing the role of the vagina poker in these dates, or
Yeah.
Okay. Did you poke him in the penis?
I went rock climbing with this guy, and he fell off the wall a few times, and my body
You were-
just went straight up.
Because you were attached to him. You guys were attached to the same rope.
Yeah,
That's so
I had to
fucking
add
funny.
extra weights. It was kind of fun though. Okay, so worst date ever. That was fun. Last question before we move on to in the news.
Yeah.
Tell me, are you a type of person that needs to be told I love you, shown acts of kindness, bought gifts, be touched, or spend time with? Like, how do people show you?
Those are the 5, huh?
5
and not-
languages of love.
That's it. And not everybody needs the same thing. And if you're with someone, even if you get along really well, but the way that you show love and the way I love, I
be very
want to
different.
receive love are different.
Yep.
We will never get along.
Right. You have to be obviously compatible in that with your partner.
It's not going to last.
We're not going to date.
For the listeners, there's a thing called the 5 languages of love. And if you take, there's an exam, but you know, we don't know about these exams. There's an exam that says like what kind of test? A quiz?
A quiz.
Okay,
yeah.
quiz.
An exam.
There's an exam that you take for your SATs, and it shows you, like, you answer a few questions, and it tells you the type of person you are, what it takes for you to be understood, to feel loved, or whatever it is. So I took the test, but you guys probably didn't, which is fine, because we know what we like and what we don't like. What does it take for you guys to be shown love?
Okay,
Is it just
repeat
yeah,
the 5?
somebody tells you I love you all the time? Is it somebody that shows with acts of kindness, like helps you with your bags or things like that? Is it they buy you gifts all the time? Flowers, candy, whatever it is. Is it just to be touched? Whatever it is, they just touch you all the time? Or is it just, you know what, honey, let's spend a night in and spend time together, just us?
I think it's a combination for
Yeah.
me.
I have 3 out of those 5.
Me too. I don't need to be told I love you all the time because for me, words are
Empty. They can be empty.
That's
if
it.
there's no
I-
acts to back that up.
I've been that person that says like, sure, I love you, whatever. You know what I mean?
Is the worst thing in the world.
Oh.
I love you. Me too.
Oh, Tayel.
Yeah.
And you don't need to buy me gifts at all either.
Yeah,
I'd
agreed.
rather you plan something like an activity for us and we do something together and I would be the happiest person in the world, you know? Like my boyfriend at my birthday that did that thing with you guys and I was too drunk to realize what the fuck was happening. But I thought that was still nice that he involved my friends in like a thing for my birthday.
We went to an escape room.
Yeah, after we had dinner at the restaurant, I really wanted to try
that's
for
really
a while.
sweet. Yeah,
he was
like
super
that.
sweet,
Really cute,
super
yeah.
sweet, and really early in the relationship that I didn't think like he didn't really know my friends. Like it was just kind of like, oh, okay. So I thought that was super cool.
What about you?
Oh yeah, I'm kind of the same thing. Like those two are like off the list. Like words are empty. Acts of kindness, I think, are huge. My boyfriend's extremely, I'm going to pronounce this wrong, chivalrous?
Chivalrous?
Yeah.
You got it right.
Even that wedding that we were just talking about with the creeper, I remember at one point my friend was beside me and her boyfriend like pulled out her chair for her to sit down. She was like, oh, what's this? He's like, I'm just following so-and-so. Because he always like, whenever we go on dates and stuff, like a date, like he always opens the car door for me, opens the door and he'll go out of his way. And little things like that just make me feel very special. You know what I mean? And as for buying stuff, no, I think the gift he gave me that meant the most to me where like I bawled my eyes out because I wasn't expecting it was he like handmade this card, but it had like a little latch on it. Like it was really, like, it must have taken him hours to do. Like there's so much detail in this card and it was so beautiful.
It's crazy how people think that money will buy, like, I'm the first one to say, buy me a nice ring and a nice necklace or anything vintage. And I'll be like, I love you forever. But realistically, like, I had a card for Christmas for our gifts and my boyfriend bought me 3 pairs of tickets to music shows, obviously. And he was like, it's 3 pairs of tickets for the 3 years that we've been together. Aww. And it was kind of like, you know, because we haven't been together for 3 years, him acknowledging that I was in his life for 3 years. I was like,
that's really nice.
Yeah. I like that a lot.
Yeah, little things like that are really...
I didn't say. And it was hard because he gave me the card and he's like standing right next to me and I'm like, I don't want to like be emotional. So I'm like reading like, j'ai lu en diagonale, like, oh, good, cool. We're going to go see 3 shows. Awesome, thanks.
But wait, why didn't you want to be emotional?
In front of him? He's right there.
Well, wouldn't it be more meaningful?
J'ai un orgueil.
Okay.
Like,
everyone's different. So the third thing though is the touching too. Touching is really important to me. Like we're very handsy, like, you know, with rubbing your hair, shoulders, whatever. And that means a lot to me. Like
to me, that's the first thing to go. Cause if I don't love you anymore, that's the first thing.
I'm not going to rub your back.
I'm not gonna fucking touch you. Like in the bed, bed, I'll be like,
even just like,
don't touch me.
Brushing your shoulder, brushing your back. Like it's so meaningful. You know what I mean?
Agreed. Yeah. So for me, since you guys all asked at the same time,
no one cares.
Well, Kim and I spoke. It's enough.
No, but I do agree with you guys. I do appreciate, however, when somebody acknowledges what I like and what I don't like, and because I'm not gonna say intuitive. I'm very susceptible, I guess, to picking up on what people like and don't like throughout a relationship, even though they didn't physically say, let's say,
I hate
very
mushrooms.
Obviously. Yeah, whatever. Or like, I like this particular type of flower or whatever it is. I don't like this thing. If there's a little tiny thing that tells me that they picked up on something that I've said that's really, really meaningful to me.
What you want is someone that listens.
Is
attentive.
Just attentive a little bit. Just like figures out that I need this, I don't need this. And, I heard 3 years ago that you really wanted this thing. Like,
I'm like that. I'm like that, like 1,000,000% with boyfriends. Like, because I'm always around. It's like, I'm always like ready to pick up a signal of like a Christmas gift or a present or something.
Too, yeah.
I'm like that too, but I always forget after. Like I'm like, you know what? I'm going to surprise him.
Never forget. I never
always forget. I'll hear him say it. I'm like, oh my God, that's such a good idea for Christmas. I'm going to get him that for Christmas. 3 days later, I'm like, what was it when I want to get him again?
That's why you push it in your phone.
My notepad. I started doing that and
I never ever forget. And unfortunately, the bad side of that is that I expect other people never to forget. And
they do.
And they do. And it's normal. No, but it's normal, right? Because it's like life is hectic, whatever. But it's very disappointing when you get to Christmas. Yeah. I've received one gift in my entire lifetime that I was like, oh my God, I totally wanted this.
Really?
Thank you. One.
Oh,
and I've had 35 birthdays.
What was it?
the Tassimo machine that I still have.
In other words, anything we've ever gotten her was shit.
Okay, not to be mean or anything, but it's like it's very easy to figure out things that I like,
right?
But things that I want and like really obsess about, I've never gotten.
It means more when you haven't straight out said it, but the person picked up on it.
Yeah. I mean, if it's something that I say, like, I really would like this bottle of wine and somebody gets it, kind of doesn't count. You know what I mean?
No, that's an easy gift. I have to agree with you.
Yeah.
My ex-boyfriend was a person that was completely clueless. The people that I give the gifts to the most, like, I kill at Christmas. Like, everybody's like, that was such a good idea. And this year I decided to handmade everything. Like, fuck me.
Boy.
Like, it was just like, I destroyed. I don't know what I'm going to do next year. But I had a boyfriend who was absolutely not receptive to this. And instead of just being like, I'm going to give her something from the heart, let's say, every time he'd be like, so hard to buy a gift.
Yeah, and complain about it.
Yeah. And I was like, well, I don't need much. Like, I really don't need anything.
If you don't know what to give somebody and it's like, oh, she's so picky, just give something from the heart. Yeah. Like, hand make something and we'll be happy. Yeah, make her cookies. And if, you just have to pick up on it.
And my ex it was terrible. And he's given me terrible gifts that I'm like, why? Like, I remember one Christmas, he gave me a checkered shirt that said something like rebel on the back. And I'm like,
oh, that's so you.
Like, please, really, have you ever seen me walking around with anything that says anything on my clothing, And I was like, we've been together 3 years. Like, how do you not know this? It drove me insane.
No, it's true. So that really is, to me, it's very important for some reason because I notice this on people constantly. I expect people to, unfortunately, notice these things about me. Right. Touch is super important. Like, just, if I don't like you anymore, chances are I won't even look you in the eye anymore. So that's like, or I'll become a huge bitch.
More than usual, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, like, acts of kindness, not so much, but I guess it falls into the category of like noticing what I like, what I don't like. Whatever.
It does. So we're all the same.
It's the thought that counts. Like if somebody comes back from work, comes home and has like a flower that he picked from the neighbor's yard because he thought about me in that moment, that's really nice.
I like that.
Right.
Don't buy me flowers.
Don't buy me flowers, but pick one.
I think
you know what I mean?
Buying flowers is the most ridiculous. Money expense.
And so bad for the environment.
It's terrible. It's just terrible. You know what? If you're going to spend $50, buy me whiskey.
Right. I don't mind receiving flowers though, but don't pay $50 for flowers.
But that's what I mean. If they're picked genre dans un champ, like natural, whatever, hippie style, I'm going to fucking love it.
Yeah.
I will.
You know what I actually really love receiving is pots of tulips. Because you can because you can replant the bulb after.
But see, that's kind of cool. If it's a plant, it's different than if it's just flowers that are going to die and you're going to be stuck like shoveling this in ton compost.
Actually, I think it was last Mother's Day or the Mother's Day before. That's what the kids, obviously, they didn't get it, but was a potted plant. And I think it was because I had made some comment about flowers I didn't even realize.
While
he
eating
picked up
Cheetos.
While shoving Cheetos in my mouth.
It's like receiving death. I remember one Valentine's Day, I wanted to surprise my boyfriend. And so I got to him at his job a basket of junk food.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Because it's not flowers. Yeah. And then he was like, oh my God, that's insane, blah, blah, blah. And then the year after, I got him a singing
telegram.
Yeah. Telegram.
Just to embarrass him. And someone filmed it and I put it on YouTube. It was amazing.
Why not? It's funny.
Yeah, I just want it to be funny for Valentine's Day because we never did anything serious. Well, I'm dissing this poor guy, but the best that I got one year, he was like, hey, let's go out for Valentine's Day. And I'm like, okay, sure. We'll figure a restaurant. I'm like, okay. And then on Valentine's Day, on that day, he's like, hey, I'm coming home. I just saw this amp on Kijiji, so I'm going to go check it out. I'll be right back. And by the time he got back, it was 8. And I was like, okay, whatever. You checked out an amp. It's fine. You're back for dinner. Where are we going? He's like, well, I don't know. Where do you want to go?
Didn't make reservations.
It's Valentine's Day. What are you thinking? And I was like, you know what? Fine. Let's just make fucking spaghetti and shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Because at this point, you can't even order. Like,
No. And I'm just like, you amped me up to something that
trashed it down.
He amped you up and then ditched you for an amp.
Whatever.
Okay.
But yeah, something, I'd rather my boyfriend, we make no plans. We're just happy together and it's fine.
No big deal.
Fuck les plans.
First of all, I cannot stomach going out on Valentine's Day. So many people. I hate crowds.
Yeah, but prices are also upped, and it's just like a big thing. Show your girlfriend that you love her all year long, and Valentine's Day won't
Good
matter.
enough. Yeah.
Okay, in the news?
It's yours.
In the news.
In the news. So I had a super exciting in the news that I wanted to do, and then I figured out that it was a hoax. So that sucks. No, it's not this.
Oh, because that's
Don't
awesome.
read it. Oh my God. Instead, we're going to go a little bit more Valentine's Day-y and tell you that it's not what it is. So I'm going to go from memory. There is an event for Valentine's Day. If ever you are not into the typical Valentine's Day-y thing, there's an event in a pub that a doctor will dissect a heart for you instead.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's kind of educative, right?
Didn't we do that in high school, though?
But this is for Valentine's Day only.
Oh, okay.
She will dissect the heart for you in the bar, and she will tell you.
And it's a she doctor. I like this.
Yes, she's a she. And she will tell you what it actually means when somebody says, "There's a hole in my heart," or "My heart bleeds for you," and things like typical
kinda cute. I
Valentine's
like that.
Day.
I think that's super cool.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
cool. What pub is
What
this?
pub? It's in England somewhere. It's somewhere.
Probably.
It's not here. It's a pub. Anyways,
That's
it's in
okay.
Europe for sure.
Yeah,
We might have listeners out there.
Yeah, unfortunately, I closed the tab, so I couldn't tell you exactly where it is, but it was pretty fun when I read it. And finally, a kid in Florida, because, of course,
Everything
Where
happens in
else?
Florida, yeah.
you know those claw machines where you could get a stuffed animal?
Yeah.
I tried using one in Florida. Remember, I tried winning my daughter a watch.
Yes, and I was really super excited about it because my niece is an expert for some reason in this shit, and she always picks out a fucking teddy bear. This kid wanted a stuffed animal so bad that he climbed into the machine.
I've seen this. That's the one that's old, right?
No, it's 4 days old.
This is not the first time.
No,
this
it's not the
happens.
first time it happened. Apparently, it happens relatively often.
How big are these holes, though? I've never seen one of those machines that could. Well, obviously, I could, but even a child could fit in there.
4 days ago, it happened again. He just crawled himself in, got stuck in the machine. They had to call the fire department to get him out.
Of course.
How embarrassed are you as his
weird.
mother?
I find it
But
weird
also,
that
the kid apparently was really embarrassed too because he was like, "Oh,
His
shit."
mother, I mean, I would have been like, it's not my kid, I don't know him.
this kid is back in school today, being the joke at the town.
He's probably
mean-
popular now.
Yeah. Every time I see one of those things, I always put my arm through it to see if I can reach it.
Really?
Yes, I do. Really, for
And
real.
you're not worried about any sort of amputation at all.
It's plastic. It's not gonna fucking amputate my arm.
You don't know that. I have watched enough fucking
Dateline.
Rescue 911
Oh.
to know that your arm can get cut off.
I know. It's plastic thingy that just blocks the shit.
Did you guys ever see when you were kids? This commercial used to freak me the fuck out. It was for, I think, the War Amps, and it was this golden.
War Amps.
Yeah.
Well, of course that freaked you out.
Well, it was this golden robot that was swinging through all this how do you call that? It looked like the inside of a clock or something. Machinery.
Okay.
And one of his arm gets cut off, and he pops it back on. And he's like, I can put my arm back on, but you can't.
Oh, yes!
Yes.
Every time I would go on a ride at
God.
Laronde,
Yeah.
every time I'd go on a ride at Laronde, you can kind of see the mechanisms of it. I was like, my arms are not leaving the side of my body.
Well, that's a successful commercial.
That commercial hit home. Okay.
That's it. That's all I had.
Okay. What are we doing now? Events?
Events of the weekend.
I have a few things for you guys.
Yay.
I'm going to start it smooth. Kim, I have to ask you, are you going to drink this? Because I feel like this girl could.
You can have. I don't like it. I really don't. I mean, I'm drinking my lemon water. I really don't like the wine. Sorry.
At all, you're not gonna have it?
No,
I'm
I really
literally
don't like
filling
it.
your glass.
Yeah, take it.
Sounds good.
Sorry, that was such a bad wine choice.
Oh, it's okay. I drank the other one fast enough that we're okay.
You got a little buzz there.
Honestly, I don't like it either, but
It does the trick,
it's okay. Yeah, it's all right.
This is for you. There is this thing called Canine Fitness.
I'm interested.
So there's only 8 people going. And right now,
I might be the 9th.
Oh, wait. I have to tell you that at this point, apparently it's fully booked.
Wait, 8
what?
people?
It's fully booked. With
And now you can only be an observer for $25.
Okay, but wait. So is it she brings her dogs with her, or do they act like dogs?
And we just
Well,
Do I act like dogs?
Well, yeah, so you can like if you get on all fours and do like leg raises, how dogs pee, that's a fucking workout, no?
yeah, but that's not what it is. It's actual workout for the dogs.
Oh,
because
time for you.
that's what they say. The activity for dogs, you know, they need to be active and healthy, and it goes through some various exercise.
Right. For $25, though, we can watch that shit.
And they say it's great. But I have to show you the
Period. Moving on.
This is what this says.
Okay.
They say they're going to teach dogs the move. And I'm like, meh, but are you really?
So for $25, I could go and stare at these people do the moves.
You can stare at the dogs, not the people.
Oh, not the people, just the dogs.
No people are doing the moves.
Okay.
Just the dogs. Okay, next up. I have this thing. I was trying to Google into it because I was like, what the fuck is this? And I couldn't find anything. So you make up your own story.
Okay.
It's
Can't
called,
wait.
It's called the Hudson River Murders.
Wait, Kim might be interested in this. Kim, we have an event.
Your carpet locked me in the bathroom.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You remember last time I struggled with that fucking carpet?
Because I never close my door, guys. I don't know what the carpet is going to do to the door. What was it?
It's called this event.
It's called this event.
Wait. The event's name is called the Celebration of Life, but then the people organizing the event are the Hudson River Murders. So I'm very confused.
Just give me a look.
And they also say that life is a gift to be cherished. Let's celebrate it.
And it's presented by who?
By murder.
By murderers?
I mean, the picture is a girl that's clearly dead.
Okay, but there's no info about this?
There's nothing else I can tell you. Besides the fact that 0 people are going and only 8 are interested.
Well, that's because it's probably a trap to get murdered.
But see here in the tags, it said that there's going to be drinks, that there's badminton, African heavy metal.
African heavy metal?
Wait.
And kid friendly.
You go have African heavy metal, you play some badminton, you
Have
drink
some
a
drinks and get
drink,
murdered.
And then you get murdered?
Yeah.
And it's kid friendly.
And it's kid friendly.
I don't know.
How much does it cost? Does it say?
It must be free.
Thank God. Is it Kool-Aid we're drinking or?
I don't. Usually drinks are alcohol, but who knows? Okay. Also, in the DIY category.
Oh, that's up my alley.
Oh boy.
They sewing 101.
I seriously need this so bad.
But wait. It's focusing on button this week. This week? It's
This week's?
this week it's focusing on buttons.
So sewing buttons?
Yeah.
So every guy should be taking this class.
Well, yeah.
Why are you looking at me like
Why
that?
guys?
Because my friends always ask me, do you know how to sew a button?
Are you
They don't
serious?
know.
Where's
Yeah.
your mom? Your mom
There's
doesn't know how to sew a button?
There's a hole. Like, how do you not know how to?
Buttons are one of the easiest things to figure out.
Obviously, but they don't know. Guys
Actually,
don't know.
I'm saying that. Have you ever actually sewed a button?
Yes.
Of course.
Okay, because it's actually really hard to kind of keep it in place.
No, I'm
it's
sorry.
not.
Yes. You need this class.
I do. I told you I did.
They're telling me here that you can bring something that needs a button or two, and they'll help you out. But if you're going there to learn, you're gonna need scissors, buttons, and or scraps of material.
I'm signing up.
Every mother has a drawer full of unmatched buttons.
Well, all my unmatched buttons are in my sewing box.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, keeping up with the same idea, we're doing a knit-a-thon of cotton knockers.
Cotton knockers?
Yeah.
What the fuck are knockers? Cotton knockers? Cotton breasts?
Yeah. I'm going to tell you in French. In French, it's tricoton de nichon.
It is. It is cotton breasts.
So are you knitting bras or actual breasts?
Actual
breasts.
Oh, you are actual
That's
breasts.
what I'm getting from my boyfriend for Valentine's Day. So when I'm not around.
Yeah, so you can...
Are you feeling lonely?
I don't know what
We'll
the
teach
funds are going to go to because it's a tricoton or a knit-a-thon.
Knit-a-thon? A knit-a-thon?
Knit-a-thon is so much better.
No, but it's better in French. Knit-a-thon.
Knit-a-thon is
Knit-a-thon?
so much better.
Because you're knitting tatons.
Yes, you
Sorry,
just got it.
I am the most English one here, okay?
You just got it.
I did. Our viewers aren't going to get, our listeners aren't going to get that. In French, des tatons
Or
are
boobs.
breasts. So knit taton,
It's
You don't know
literally a class to be able to knit a boob shape.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
Because nothing feels more like skin than wool.
I was gonna say, isn't just like any wool ball a boob? Like, I mean, technically.
Can't you just close your eyes and pretend that's... There's no nipple, though, right? You need that nipple.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what they teach you.
You gotta do the nipple part.
Because the example they give, that nipple's breastfed, okay? I can tell you that much.
So, yeah. Also, 0 going, 13 interested. I mean, you know.
I'm okay
Well,
with
I don't know. You can add 1 going right now, okay?
I'm going.
Okay, outdoors activities. Okay, so there's this torch walk in the woods.
Torched?
I'm pretty sure people used to get killed
Tortured?
like that, no?
I felt
All I heard is
that's
tortured.
what you did when you went after vampires.
Right,
You're like,
exactly.
torture.
The whole village with their torches.
Yeah, well, now you can do that in the wood in a beautiful setting, something
fun?
relaxing, for fun,
Relax. Well, walking around is not relaxing.
in snow with a torch in the woods.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty fucking dangerous to me. But if you want the extra, there's also one I found later that's a torch walk, but they had chocolate. So
Worth it.
you can melt your chocolate on top of your torch and you eat it while you walk in the woods.
Totally worth it.
I also found this Fake Love 2008 evening, 3 rooms, 3 vibes. You feel me?
No,
No,
wait,
I
I'm
don't.
not following
Wait, no,
you
I
at
don't
all.
feel you at all. I don't know what you're
Wait,
saying. 2008?
Fake love? 2008?
Sorry, I was missing a
Fake
10.
love? 2008. That's what you said.
I was missing a whole decade.
Okay, wait. And I have to say, this event, this is happening in Montreal, Jean Talon West.
Great area.
That's where I used to work.
There's 112 people going, 116 interested. So this is happening, guys.
This is happening. This is a thing.
My question is, okay, there's pricing in there. So they'll say
What is this, though?
it's a club night.
Oh, a club. Okay.
You pay at the door. Before 10 p.m.,
Yeah.
it's $5 for girls, $10 for guys.
Such
Okay.
a ripoff, right? Oh, okay, cool.
After 10, it's $15 for everybody. Okay.
Sure.
And then $3 for the coat check.
Sure.
Obligatoire. And they say VIP. If you want to be VIP, it's $25.
Whoa.
And that gives you entry, no lineup, private room, free food, and free drink. And I'm like,
Whoa.
as soon
food and
as
free
I'm
drink?
2 people coming after 10, I might as well just get that. I get free food,
Yeah.
free booze.
That's a good deal.
They're not making money.
When is
How
this?
are they making money? Are we not going to this event?
Yeah, I know. There's 3 rooms, 1 for each of us. Where are we? When is this?
It's Saturday.
Oh.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was like, what? No, tomorrow's
if y'all want to go, I'm all down for it.
Shit, yo.
Yeah.
I like it.
After all this love and boozing,
Oh, there's more. Jesus Christ.
after the whole Valentine's Day, you're gonna need to clean yourself. No, not.
Like a colonoscopy?
We both looked at her like, what? We need to. I'm okay after events.
I'm good. Yeah, I don't need any extra cleaning personally.
Maybe a shower, but I mean,
I mean,
Might wash my hair. I don't know.
dude. I'm about to pee my pants, so you better tolerate. Not clean yourself. Cleanse.
oh, cleanse. Okay.
Cleanse yourself. And I have this event that's called Learn to Float.
Bad choice of words. Bad.
Am I the one with the picture poop?
Bad choice of words.
That's what it's called. There's this workshop that's costing you $20 or $25. You're not a member for sure, so $25.
You don't know.
And
You don't know me.
You don't know me.
you're gonna learn to let your body be so light that you feel like you're floating
On the floor.
on drugs. So there's that. Other than that, if you feel too lazy, I also found you a chair yoga class.
Chair yoga?
My same grandmother that hands out thank you cards also does chair yoga. Just saying.
Does she really?
She was like in a regular yoga class, like, fuck this shit, I need a chair, and using it.
I would totally do
You should
yoga
go.
with a chair.
Oh my god, could you please go to this
In
yoga
the
class
dark.
and fucking Insta story it for us?
In the dark.
When is this?
The chair yoga is that is
I can't find the date.
I actually made it up.
Doesn't exist.
I'm a bit confused because it says January 19th.
Oh, so
No, it's Saturday. It's tonight.
it's probably every Saturday.
Friday.
It's Friday. It's every Friday actually. So there you go.
So, okay, so there you go.
Every Friday at but it's at 1:30 p.m. But you have a free schedule, so you're okay.
I'm open all day.
winter, you're not
every day,
working,
every
right?
day, every day, every day.
And lastly, a silent retreat for you.
That guy,
So
you could bring that
good.
guy with you. The guy doesn't talk. And then you could be as
We could connect.
at one with him.
We could connect.
But apparently, in a silent retreat, you're not allowed to talk to anybody. Obviously,
Perfect. I love it.
But-
I hate people.
You're not allowed to interact.
That's a life.
You are not allowed to look at anybody in the eyes.
I'm okay with that too.
You have to be 100% by yourself.
I think I'd explode.
And then I found another...
From joy?
No, because I'd explode because I love being by myself, but you can't put me in a room with people and be like, don't talk to them. Because like,
Really?
I'm like, yeah. Like,
Oh no,
You're one of those that can't shut up.
yeah. Like you guys know me well enough to know that like. I
Okay,
talk a
so
lot.
I love
you
it when I
can't
don't have
even
to.
talk to yourself. Like if you hurt your knee, you
sorry,
can't say
Oh,
shit.
I talk to myself more than I talk to other people.
Yeah, that's true. I
No,
talk
but
to myself
you
a
also
lot.
cannot do that.
Oh, that's ours?
The only
could do
reason
it.
I have dogs is because I can talk to myself without looking crazy.
No, I just don't.
I'm pretty sure you still look crazy. It's okay. It's okay. So that's it. I hope you'll have fun this week.
Yay! Well, if you liked our events and whatever we spoke about on this episode 5, you can follow our next episodes on any social media website.
Why'd you look at me like that when you said that?
don't know.
I've been doing a
'Cause
good
you
job
were
at
like-
Facebook lately.
You were just like touching the table in a really weird
Because
manner.
you put the placemats upside down and the string is facing up and I can't help but twist them.
Okay. So you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at All Wine Aside. It's all the same. You could find us anywhere. You could also send us an email at allwineaside@gmail.com or drunk@allwineaside.com.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
you
it
did
works
Oh,
now, yeah.
Nice. And you could leave us a review on iTunes.
And if you have been enjoying the last 5 episodes, you can go on iTunes and leave us a little review.
Hey, question, because we had this situation earlier this week with my boyfriend who has not joined us in the 21st century and doesn't have an iPhone. He still has an Android, BlackBerry to be specific.
Okay.
Other than iTunes.
You could go on Google Play.
Didn't
or
find us. I couldn't find us on Google Play.
We are there. Definitely. Go to allwineaside.com and click on Google Play.
I
Yeah,
saw
this is
it.
really
I saw it
complicated
because
for
I was
people.
trying to listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
And it was there, but my computer's bullshit, so I couldn't listen to it.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Or I could listen to it, but it was only like the first 10 minutes or something.
I can guarantee that it's there. We're also on Stitchers. We're also on FM radio, Player FM radio. We are all over the place. You should be able to find us everywhere. I actually also have been added to podcastmontreal.com, which is a website of different podcasts around our city of Montreal, including 450, which is a podcast by my really good friend Keith, who talks about his weight loss journey from 450
I was just going to say, is that the one that's losing all the weight? That's
Pounds.
amazing.
he is doing
Yeah.
so amazing. I'm so inspired by him.
So good. Yeah.
It's really, really inspiring.
Meanwhile, I lost 1.5 pounds last week.
Yay! Still good. There's also on there on podcastmontreal.com, there's also our sister podcast, All Beer Inside, who is going strong with men chatting around beer. So check them out. See you next week. Bye.
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 And I'm gonna try to do the wine before the ketchup so that we don't forget this time, okay?
But we won't have tasted it yet.
Oh, it's true.
Oh, we're supposed to finish this.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. I was gonna check it.
I was like, whoa.
Jeez, you're wild.
Calm down, Isa.
We'll just do it later. Does it matter? We'll do it later.
I'm just afraid we're gonna forget, but okay.
we won't forget.
It's my job. I won't forget. I have 2 very simple jobs. I'm not going to forget my job.
No, but we'll think about it when we...
When we open it,
Yeah,
that's
that's
your
true.
cue. Whatever we're talking about is like the bottle's open. Let's talk about this wine.
Sounds good.
I like the bottle because it's so like square and
I
round.
love. It's very
The
like,
nicest.
even. Yeah, like
I
very
love it.
symmetrical.
I love
Yeah,
it.
it's very nice.
It's very nice.
It's very nice.